Yahoo News, 7th of April 2024, U.S. Special Operations leaders argue that focusing on challenges from China and Russia should begin with people rather than technology. Russia and China. These two adversaries rank as the two most significant risks to U.S. national security that the country is now facing. After more than 20 years of counterterrorism operations in the Middle East, the U.S. military is taking note and preparing for a new age of near-peer warfare against these foes. U.S. Special Operations Command, SOCOM, the military's spearhead, is also adapting to this new battle phase. Army General Brian Fenton, the commander of SOCOM, and Army Command Sergeant Major Shane Short, the senior enlisted advisor, discussed how the special operations community is evolving and adapting for a new era of warfare in a conversation earlier this year with the Defense Writers Group. Their most important point was that certain things don't alter at this time of transition. The special operations community strives to live and die by the 5 fundamental values. Perhaps one of their most significant is the proverb, "People are more important than hardware." The fundamental tenet of every special operations unit is that the operators and support staff make a difference. If you arm them with swords and spears, they should be able to accomplish their task, or so the theory goes. People take priority over hardware. According to Short, our personnel remain the most vital resource at our headquarters. We're not a platform-centric organization, we're a people-centric organization. Special operations units focus heavily on their selection and assessment processes for various reasons, including this fundamental value. After eliminating incompetent or incompatible applicants, a select group of psychologically and physically robust commandos with the proper mindset to complete the task remains. Fenton stated that special operations only hire those who really want to be at the leading edge, making hiring and training processes difficult. Fenton underlined that SOCOM's personnel will be critical to the organization's successful transition into a new era of combat. The unique operators of the future must be prepared for an ever-evolving operational landscape. Fenton said, "If we have an extra dollar to spend, we're going to invest it in our people first, and we'll wrap the technology around them." Fenton oversaw the Covert Joint Special Operations Command, JSOC, before taking over as director of SOCOM. JSOC, which is nominally under SOCOM, consists of the Tier 1 units of the Special Operations Community, which include the Army's Intelligence Support Activity, the Navy's Naval Special Warfare Development Group, the Air Force's 24th Special Tactics Squadron, and the Army's Delta Force. Fenton is a veteran of the Indo-Pacific Theater of Operations and comes from the intelligence branch of JSOC. How we're going to be prepared, not only in equipment or some level of technology to meet the world but how we think about the world differently, Fenton explained, is something that special operators consider. Even though the mission doesn't seem the same as it did 20 years ago, we still need to keep these many concepts in mind and accomplish them. However, the result must remain the same. The chief of the Special Operations Command continued, "We have to succeed for the country." According to the two guys, the majority of U.S. special operators are studying and monitoring China and Russia as prospective enemies. In addition, because of their close ties to the Ukrainian commandos, they are keeping a close eye on the conflict there because it offers valuable insights into how modern warfare is evolving with drones and presents an opportunity to experiment with new warfighting concepts, albeit indirectly. It's challenging to refocus because other chronic dangers are constantly pulling the U.S. back. While China and Russia currently have the most significant risks to U.S. national security, counterterrorism is a constant threat. Terrorists worldwide are capable of carrying out large-scale violent attacks against soft targets, as demonstrated by the Islamic State's terrorist attack in Moscow in March. Additionally, rogue actors such as the Houthi rebels have shown their ability to pose a threat to trade routes that are vital to the global economy. Thus, a credible counterterrorism posture that can foresee and neutralize terrorist threats anywhere in the world will still be necessary for the SOCOM of the future. Adjusting to something as complicated as a new period of combat or a battle space that is changing quickly is never simple. Furthermore, it is far more difficult for a massive company with thousands of employees. However, SOCOM depends on people to be prepared for the challenges of the future.